Are you tired of waiting for the weight? Are you done dressing down and blending into the background, feeling frumpy and frustrated with your personal style because of your fluctuating weight? Fluctuating weight is the number one reason why women dress down and hide. And I'm here to show you that there are some very powerful but simple style strategies on how to get up, dress up, and walk out your front door knowing that you nailed it every single time. And one of those strategies, one of the secrets that I want to bring to light, is that you need to shift your focus from body size to body shape. So let's get going. You know that you have seen many overweight women walk into a room looking beautifully dressed and well put together, and they've caught your eye and you've gone, oh my gosh, how is she so well put together? How does she get that all right? How does it all flow from top to toe? It's because she understands her body shape. And she knows that her body size is just a distraction. Now, yes, we live in a world that celebrates the size 0. It doesn't exactly celebrate getting older either. But this is for you and I not to be conformed, right? We have to get up, dress up, and be that bold light on a hill. So what I'm going to show you here are the 5 basic shapes of a woman from 1 through to 5. And I have renamed them because, come on now, we're not pieces of meat or fruit. I mean, how, for goodness sake, how do you make an apple feel sexy, right? So I have taken the 5 basic shapes and rename them. And in my video, I'm going to show you how to identify your body shape. We'll go from hiding those parts of your body that you don't like to highlighting the parts that you do. So let's get going. First off, it's really important that we understand, why do we wait for the weight? Why do we dress down and hide? Well, it's very simple. Without getting into any complex socioeconomic, psychological conversations, we live in a world that celebrates skinny little size 0s, and it doesn't exactly celebrate getting older and aging. That's up to you and I to either be conformed to, or to get up, dress up, and be that bold light on a hill that we are called to be. And that requires confidence. And confidence, here's the good news, is boosted by skill. And here's more good news, style is just a skill. So let's first of all accept the fact that we live in a world that is all about skinny malinkies and staying young, which of course is not realistic. But what is realistic is that building a beautiful wardrobe on a budget that is customized to your body shape, to your personality, and to your profession, and to your lifestyle is just a skill, because style is just a skill. Nobody comes out of the womb in their Louboutins and their faux fur coat and lashes all done. Nobody does that. Everybody who's learned how to dress well has learned the skill. So the only thing standing between you and I, or you and that woman who you always see is so beautifully well put together, is simply she's invested the time, the money, and the effort to learn the skill. Stop shopping and learn the skill of how to build that beautiful wardrobe, how to get up, dress up, and walk out your front door knowing that you've nailed it, no matter what the day, the weather, location, or the occasion. So first of all, accept that you probably have been conforming to this unrealistic pressure of being the skinny malinky at whatever age you are, in whatever part of life you are in. And once you accept that, you go, okay, how is that working out for you? Probably not so well. So from here on out, we're going to learn the skill that is style and how to dress on the outside that reflects the woman on the inside. And that's based on your shape and not your size. So meet the girls. These are the 5 body shapes that I have renamed to remind you that you are beautiful, that you have shape, no matter what your size is. You've got curves, you're sexy, you're beautiful, you're feminine, and we need to learn how to highlight your best bits. What are your best bits? Well, it's very simple. For example, I love my shoulders. I like my legs. Everything in between kind of is where I carry my excess weight. I also, 22 years ago, have had a breast reduction, and I'm still a very healthy, plumpish, voluptuous 32F. Okay, so I am blessed in the chest. So I've got to work with that. But I like to highlight my shoulders and my arms, and then from kind of like my mid-thighs and down. So I've got a style that I call the floaty skinny. I kind of wear off shoulder, tops, one shoulder, halter necks, and I highlight my shoulders as I'm doing here. Normally, if I'm working or if I go out, I put a jacket on that kind of floats over this area, and I've got skinnies on, skinny jeans, faux leather skinnies, whatever it is. So you want to first take a look at the woman in the mirror, and rather than hiding the things of your body that you don't like, you need to flip that question around. What parts of my body do I like? It's a very important question. And this, of course, requires a whole bunch of undoing of what you've been doing all these years. Being your own biggest critic is not working for you. It doesn't work for anybody. We're not designed that way. So you stand in the mirror and you say, what are my best bits? They might, maybe your eyes, maybe it's your hair. Hair is a very big part of your personal style, by the way. Maybe it's your shoulders. Maybe you love your boobs. Maybe they're teeny tiny and you're happy with that. There's no right or wrong. But whatever it is, top to toe, you want to identify your best bits. You might find one. That's better than finding none. You start there, okay? Second, you then go to the chart as follows. Now, here is my chart on the 5 body shapes. So, meeting the girls, when it comes to the 5 body shapes, they are as follows. Kate is up at number 1. K8 is Kate. Why Kate? Because it's a figure 8. The ideal outcome is that we are looking to create substance and style and curves and movement. You don't want a flat, boring, predictable personal style. That includes your shape as well as the items that you wear. A lot of very, very slim, teeny tiny women make the mistake of wearing tighty. So it's tight on top, it's tight on the bottom, and it's great if you've got a good figure. Listen, if you work hard to stay in shape, you better be dressing to highlight your sexy curves because you work for that. But wearing tight things all the time becomes boring and predictable, and then that is a reflection of you. You don't want to be known as a boring, predictable woman because that's not who you are. So you want movement, you want shape. So Kate, which is the former hourglass shape, is the outcome we want. Let me give you an example. So let's move over to the next body shape. All right, so let's have a look at Dynamite, for example. Dynamite is the former rectangle. Okay, so Dynamite, she is straight up and down. She's got parallel lines. Her shoulders are pretty much in shape with her waist, which are pretty much in shape with her hips, pretty much in shape with her legs. She's a very tall, straight, flat, typically kind of like athletic look, okay? Now, here's the easy bit. So you've got this straight up and down. What does she need to do to become that Kate, to create interest and movement and lines? She needs to wear things that give some detail on her shoulders. Then it comes down to her waist, and she needs to wear items that come out at the bottom. For example, she might wear a beautiful collar, puckered sleeve top or blazer. She comes down, nice belt, and she might try some high-waisted pants that are wide-legged. So very simply, without trying very hard at all, you've got what was formerly just the up and down Dynamite. Now, just because of collar and shoulders, as well as the wide leg, now you've got some movement and that shape. Can you see that? That's an easy way. One of the examples of how we take the Dynamite flat parallel to creating movement and shape and curves, because all women need to highlight their curves. Can't think of a better example to share with you right now than the beautiful Jean Marie. Jean Marie is a confident, beautiful, highly successful commercial litigator, but when she got with me and she got into my coaching program, she said, Linda, I'm not sure what the problem is. I just know that I'm feeling frumpy and frustrated, and I know I'm just not putting my best foot out there. Well, she has nailed this coaching program. Her marriage has been, which was always a good marriage, but like her husband is saying, hot dang, woman, he's loving her journey. She is just like blossoming from zero to hero as an inspiring fashionista. In fact, she's actually got a fashion blog that she started. She's loving it so much. She is finding faith and freedom through fashion, which is the whole objective. And she started with learning her body shape. So as you can see here, she is a Dynamite shape. She is straight up and down. There's not much else going there. She has shape and curves, but it's pretty much straight up and down. So one of the first things she learned was understanding her body shape. So I taught her about highlighting her shoulders, giving some interesting detail in the middle, and then highlighting her hips and her thigh area. Well, look at the difference between her swimsuit before she got started in my program and the after. It's powerful. I call it fashion math. Fashion math is all about lines and angles. Depending on what you wear, you tell my eye where to go. So in her before swimsuit, she's telling our eye to go straight up and down. That's all we're doing is straight up and down. In the after swimsuit, after the coaching program, she's telling us to go to the shoulders, under her boobs, by her waist, by her hips and her thighs. It's called fashion math. And it doesn't matter how good you are in math or not. I failed high school standard grade math, so it's all good. But fashion math I can do. But this is a very simple principle that I teach in my coaching program, is once you understand the simple lines and angles about what you wear. So here I'm telling your eye where to go, right? Telling your eye exactly where to go. I'm highlighting this. I'm busy growing out my pixie, which is driving me crazy, but I have a vision for my hair that I'm growing. So I'm telling your eye where to go with a few accessories. Everything else I'm keeping pretty simple. That's what every outfit is about. It's first to understand your body shape. You know which parts you want to highlight. I like highlighting my shoulders, so that's what I'm doing here. And I'm keeping everything pretty much over there with the red lipstick, the blingy earrings, and so on. And what that does is it sends a message of highlighting your best bits versus what you used to do, or maybe you still currently do, of hiding it all under a big, bulky dress or blouse or blazer. It is that simple. All right, so next up, we have booty fall, one of my favorites, okay? So the full booty, by the way, do you know how much money a lot of women pay to get a full booty? In some countries like mine in Africa, you're considered very sexy if you've got a big booty. So I must be somewhat sexy because I've got a lot of stuff going on down there. So now if you have a booty, this is the form of pear, okay? And we're done with pears and apples. If you have a full booty, now you need to understand, well, this is all good and God-given and beautiful. Now you need to highlight the top. So you want to avoid lots of detail at the bottom, pleats and fine print and gatherings and puckering, because you've got a lot going on down here from the waist down anyway. You want to wear big bow collar items. You want to wear, similar in a way to the Dynamite, you want to wear puckered sleeves. You want to wear shoulder pads in your blazers. And don't ask yourself, are shoulder pads in? Don't be distracted by fashion. You want to focus on what looks good on me, what highlights my best bits. So you're not trying to minimize the bottom. You want to maximize the top. You always want to flip it over. This is what I've been doing in personal style for years, is don't hide that which you don't like. Highlight that which you do. So don't try and minimize and cover your booty. Highlight the top, because then it will all be flowing, right? So you want to wear halter necks with detail over here, depending on your shoulders, of course, and we'll get to that later. You want to wear bold prints. You want to wear shoulder pads. You want to wear blazers. You want to wear, and it's really important that you try dresses and tops and skirts and pants and so on that are high-waisted. You want to come in and pull that waist in under your boobs. Okay, you have a waist. Don't cover up. The mistake that a lot of women make who are beautiful on the shape, as well as the beautiful former apple, which is now what I call the all-heart shape, is they wear a lot of bulk, and it creates a 3 times bigger image than you actually are under there. So you want to take what you have, cinch in that beautiful waist, love and accept what's going on here, and just highlight the top. All right. Then moving on is the gorgeous warrior. This is the former upside down triangle. So the warrior is broad shouldered on top and kind of just comes in like an upside down triangle. Now you don't want to hide your shoulders. Your shoulders are a beautiful part of you. You want to rather take that and say, thank you, God, for who I am and what I am, and love and accept your beautiful self. And you want to create space and movement at the bottom. How would this shape do? For example, you want to keep things simple on top. Don't be over fussy with what's going on up here. You're going to look like a really angry, unapproachable warrior. And broad shoulders are a beautiful part of a woman's body. But if you are not aware of your body shape and how to dress it, you may be coming across as very unapproachable and not relatable, because shoulders are a very strong part of a woman's body. So it's the small things like identifying and understanding your body shape and how to dress it to be beautiful and confident and sexy and approachable is really important. So you keep everything here simple. Don't do bold, loud colors, heavy prints, major collars. It's going to triple size the width of your shoulders. So what you want to do, for example, is you come in at the beautiful waist and you want to try things like wide leg pants again, and pocketed skirts and long pleated skirts. Okay, so everything that comes from your waist down and create some movement and some curves and some substance around from your thighs and your hips down, so that there's movement and feel. Then your shoulders are in line with the waist and the bottom of your body. Let me give you another example. Here is a beautiful young woman by the name of Crystal. And as you can see in the before picture, she has very broad shoulders. Now, she can't do anything about that. You know, and you don't want to go for surgery for your shoulders like you may be able to go for. I say that. People actually contemplate that. But they're taking it from the wrong angle. Don't hide what you have. Highlight the other things that you love. So with broad shoulders, look at what she was wearing first. And look at the difference when all we did was we changed a couple of things. If you're broad-shouldered, which is the warrior, right, You don't want to wear wide neck or boat neck tops or dresses or blouses. It's just not going to be good for you. It's going to already highlight what is already beautifully wide and strong. So taking what she was wearing, a simple change in top to making a square neckline makes a huge difference. It takes the eye in. There she's got her hair up in the first part of the before photo, and the after photo, it's just slicker. It takes seconds. To put on. All we did was add sunglasses on top, and the next thing we changed, she's still got the same jeans on. All we did was add what I call a dash of bold, some hot pink or some red lipstick, and there you have the same woman, the same hour, who if both women walked into the room, you would have a distinctly different response to the one than the other. That is the power of personal style. Let me give you one more powerful example. This woman's name is Larissa, and when Larissa first came to me, she was a woman, not unlike many others, who was frustrated with her weight. She had tried everything out there. Just remember, this is not a weight loss program. This is not a health and nutrition program. This is confidence through the power of personal style. And when Larissa first got into my coaching program, she was a woman who actually used to beat her thighs. So much so did she hate her shape and her body, like punishing herself, punishing her body, criticizing every part of her body. This is a mother. This is a wife. This is a businesswoman. You might have some similar challenges. You might have said the same things over your body. This is us coming together, my friend, and putting a stop to that. So Larissa got into the coaching program, and all she did was follow directions. Were some of them hard? Yes. Were some of them challenging? Hell yes. Were some of them, did some of the directions and the assignments make her cry and feel frustrated and angry and full of despair? Yes. Because those feelings need to come up and out. We start with the heart. We can talk fashion all day long, my friend, but unless we get to the heart of things, where your spirit of beauty resides, nothing is going to last. So that's where we go. Strategically, we have to look at mindset when it comes to our bodies and our beauty and our style. Tactically, that's where capsule wardrobe and accessorizing and makeup and hair and so on all comes into it. It's a beautiful partnership. But to begin with, she started understanding her body shape. She also did a powerful assignment, which is in my program, called I Love My Body. That's another story for another time. She didn't like it. She didn't enjoy it. She didn't think it was going to work. But guess what? This is a woman who's lost over 30 pounds as a result of starting to say, I love my body. Yes, that's in a different video. I love my body. It's something that you can start saying of it. Doesn't matter how you feel. Doesn't matter whether you believe it or not. I didn't years ago when I came up with this concept. And it took the world by storm, and it's become a little mini revolution with women and teenagers all over the world. She has dropped 30 pounds. Now look at her after picture. She is dressing in a way that is highlighting her beautiful warrior kind of gazelle. She's a beautiful tall woman. She's got strong dark hair. She's got strong features, strong personality. She's learned her body shape. She's learned what to highlight in terms of her best bits rather than hiding those that she's lost over 30 pounds. By learning her body shape and by, most importantly, making the decision to say, I don't want to be my biggest critic anymore. I want to be my biggest encourager. Look at Larissa's before and after. Today, she is a powerhouse. She is inspiring people wherever she goes, at conferences, online, on her Zoom calls with her business, to dress better, to put on a bit of lipstick, to put their best foot forward. You know how powerful that is? Just some simple changes. You want to lose weight? Start saying, I love my body, and watch what happens. And remember, we're just doing a very high level of the 5 body shapes, right? So if you want to get more detail on this, and if you want to get some visual, powerful, practical examples of how to do this, go to lindapage.com, sign up for my next free webinar, and I spend hours every couple of weeks showing women out there how to identify their body shape, how to highlight their best bits, and how to build a beautiful wardrobe on a budget. It doesn't cost a lot of money. It doesn't cost a lot of time. Style is just a skill. So finally, we have what I call the all heart. She wears all of her beautiful shapes and curves pretty much at the top part of her body. Normally, this shape has got really sexy legs. So if that's you, your legs are one of the parts of your bodies you want to highlight. Okay, you need to re-identify your best bits. And if it feels hard in the beginning, that's normal. It's okay. The former apple, which is the all heart. Again, the biggest mistake that I see women doing here is they wear too much fabric. It's all loose and baggy, and you look 3 times bigger than you actually are. So you want to understand, okay, you've got curves, You just got them in different places. Like everybody else has got different curves in different places. The all heart shape has got a beautiful, sexy waist. It's got gorgeous hips that move. Usually has beautiful legs. So you want to take your waist up rather than cover your whole tummy area, which is normally what happens, especially if you are blessed in the chest. You want to accept and love those curves. The more you bring your waist in, maybe that's through a baby doll style top with some cute little jeans and some white tennis shoes. For example, the baby doll style comes in under your boobs, it cinches in here and it highlights your waist because you have a waist, you want to highlight your waist, and then let it flow from there. Don't hide it all as one big ball, because that's often what I see. It's like, man, I see women all the time with that shape. I'm like, if I could just take that stranger and she wouldn't think that I'm weird, taking her aside to the fitting room and just going, well, you tried these on because you have beautiful shape. Don't hide it. It's just understanding where does it fall. So you guys, oh my gosh, this is one shape that looks beautiful in a wrap dress. Wrap blouses, wrap dress. There's a wrap dress out there for every shape, but the all heart shape looks beautiful in a wrap dress. And don't avoid prints because they say if you're carrying extra weight, don't wear prints. That's not true. You want to avoid big, bold in your face kind of prints. Like you don't want a big flower over here. You want medium to small size prints, whether it's floral, whether it's geometric prints, or whatever it is that blows your hair back. The first order of the day is for you to understand your body shape. Because when you do, it's the first step toward going, okay, so I'm not going to hide this whole lump of meat that's in front of me. By highlighting my shape and understanding these truths, and there they are, you've got the chart. You can, by all means, you're so welcome to screenshot that and take it and go to the mirror. As long as you use this for your personal self-development and not for commercial use, thank you in advance, then you can take your body shape and this becomes your model. This becomes your framework for how am I going to start dressing so that I start celebrating and loving my body and also highlighting my best bits, because you are done with dressing down and feeling frumpy and frustrated, okay? If you didn't know you're done, I'm here to tell you you're done. And again, go to lindapage.com, come join my free webinars, get into our free community. We've got 9,000 women who are done with frumpy and frustrated and are saying, hey, you know what? I want to live the rest of my life as the best of my life. And identifying your body shape and ditching the distraction that is body size is one of the first steps. So what's next? Well, here's what I suggest. I suggest that you make some time today to go and get with the woman in the mirror and make the decision, my friend, because this will change your life. It did mine. I know what I'm talking about. Make the decision to stop being her biggest critic and learn the steps to becoming her greatest encourager. Have the objective of falling in love with the woman in the mirror. Yes, it's possible. It's possible. Doesn't matter what you come from in your past. It's possible. And take the step today and say, I draw a line in the sand today and I am going to choose, because it's Tuesday, to fall in love with the woman in the mirror. And I'm going to take this chart and I'm going to identify what I believe is my body shape. And if you would like to do that alongside other like-minded women who are on a similar path, then by all means go to our Facebook group. The link is below. Dress to Connect is a wonderful, powerful community of like-minded women on a similar journey who are getting up, dressing up, and being that bold light on a hill that we know we are called to be. Because as women, we can be feminine and sexy and feisty and powerful and beautiful and nurturing, all of those things in the same moment. But it starts with you. It starts with the woman in the mirror.